Good morning and welcome back to Universal Studios Hollywood. It's a rainy day today and we actually have some updates in the park, so let's go check it out. So right behind us we have the new security project that is well underway right now. And since the last time we were here, there's actually been a substantial amount of work. It's looking like they're digging straight into the ground now. We have larger piles of dirt, and overall it looks like they've done a lot of work between tearing the asphalt apart to digging into the ground. Once the rain slows down, we'll see a lot more work on this project. That's the one thing that sucks about rain. It slows everything down in the park, and it looks like we have a lot of rain scheduled in the next upcoming week. We have 2 days of rain this week, but then next week, lots and lots of rain. In the former location of Abercrombie & Fitch, we have a new NBA store that is opening up soon, and that's very exciting. I know you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, know that I'm a huge basketball fan. So hopefully we get lots of like Lakers merchandise or Clippers merchandise in the store. The rain is definitely making it very difficult on me today. I don't have an umbrella or own an umbrella. We live in sunny California, but this side of Abercrombie is also behind walls right now. Also, we have a lot of like fencing over here by Starbucks. I wonder why. Probably just some general maintenance on plumbing or electrical. We've had a huge project happening in front of the AMC Theater, and I think this is in relation to that. We're really not going to be able to see into what they're doing here. They've extended the walls even higher up. Lots of walls going on here, and it looks like we're not going to be able to see what's going on here because they've covered the outside of the balcony with walls as well. I wonder what's going on here in CityWalk. Yeah, even through these walls, can't really see what's going on. Probably just doing some like groundwork. I don't know what they're doing. Really doing my best with this rain right now. I'm like soaked, like my hair is wet, clothes are wet. It's a rough update. We're finally starting to see some exterior work on Escapology. They have some white paint going on right now. I'm not sure if this is the final look of the exterior of the building or this is just primer. I think it's just primer. I don't think the building will be white. I'm not going to walk down just because it's starting to rain a little bit harder, but the Raider Image store has closed down. I don't know how true this is, but someone told me it's going to be like a discount store for Universal merch. So we'll see if that happens. And the Escapology sign has gone up, which is very surprising. Usually they'd add signage after they're done painting, just so they don't get paint on the sign. I think they'll learn that the hard way eventually. Also, lots of interior work going on right now. I hear lots of like banging and screwing. So I don't know what they're doing in there yet, but you could hear a little bit of that. Yeah, that's a saw. That's a hand saw. Lots of activity with Ifly. Look at that. Completely torn down. They're filling in the hole with dirt, and you actually might see a dirt dump right here. Let's see if we're gonna get it. There you go. Yeah, that's so cool. Here it is. There it is. 3, 2. Okay, that was pretty underwhelming. Oh, okay. I was expecting a little more. But they're filling this thing in with dirt right now. Probably not the best time to do so since it's raining so much, but lots of trucks getting ready to fill that in. And this will all soon be home to one of the hotel entrances to one of the Universal-owned hotels. I'm just excited to see this back half of CityWalk poppin' again. It hasn't been poppin' since Samba closed down. And Samba was like a Brazilian restaurant. They had live entertainment. They had like dancers and stuff. It was so much fun. I only got to go like once or twice in my lifetime, but it was open for like maybe 20 years. And I don't know what they had here, but I know they had like a bowling alley. I'm not sure if it was a Splitsville. Maybe it was a Splitsville, but they had like a bowling alley, and that's actually still existing. On the second floor of Margaritaville, they still have some of the bowling alleys, and they're just like sitting there. So, I mean, you know, they could always reopen that whenever they want. But Margaritaville is still here. I don't know how the business is doing since it's so far back in CityWalk and no one really walks down here. Outside of like Horror Nights time, I don't think I've ever seen Margaritaville have a wait time to even be seated. So I don't know, not much more I could say about Margaritaville. Billabong just closed down. I mean, all of the Billabongs in the nation have gone out of business, and the one here in CityWalk bites the dust. Now, I miss Billabong, and it was a big part of Universal history because they had this huge like wave machine here from like, I don't know, the 90s up until maybe 2010, 2015-ish. And now this entire place is closing. Hopefully they keep this giant surfboard. I hope they can salvage this in some way. But yeah, Billabong is closed now. It's a really nice site here. Not a single person in line to enter the park, and all the gates are open. It's really nice. Look at this, nice and empty inside of the park. This is why I love rainy days. Butterbeer season started this past Saturday. They were a little late to bringing in the merchandise, but now it's available over here at the Universal store. Right over here. They have lots of awesome t-shirts, flannels, little mugs. Look at these little bags as well. These are $50. But my favorite thing out of all of them are these Butterbeer cart buckets. And inside you have a lot of like Butterbeer flavored toffee candies. This Mummy vehicle hasn't been in this area for a very long time, but they just brought it back to its original location. Yeah, it's from the Mummy, 1999. That's awesome. They brought back some of the 60th anniversary merchandise, but not discounted, so you have to pay full price for these. I think this past summer they were running for half off. It's been a second since I've been in the Universal store, but I believe this is new. They have some of the costumes from some of the original SNL skits right over here. But I've definitely seen this merchandise. This was definitely brought in a lot later. And definitely a rare sight, but Dracula had an umbrella? I've never seen that in my life. That's really cool. I just had to have like a quick conversation with Dracula. He's actually my favorite Dracula that works in this park. He's been here for a long time. Anyways, moving on. Look at Fast and Furious Supercharged. They have giant tarps covering some of the theming elements. This is just wild. And at this point, I give up. Everything is soaked. My hair, my clothes, my shoes, socks, everything. Not much going on, obviously. With this rain, it's really hard to work on anything on this project. They might be doing some interior work. I do see some construction workers on site. Outside of that, I highly doubt they're doing anything else. You could also hear very slightly that the crane is on. I don't know if it's operating right now, but you can hear the fans coming from the top that are on. Lots of tarp in some of the important areas of the project. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're doing oh yeah, they are operating the crane. Look at that. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what that could be, but that's happening right now. And it looks like we have more track that has gone up. That's nice. Look at that. Dang. Little airtime hill right there. That's really cool. Some work going on in the back half of the project as well. I think they're just putting down some tarp, or I don't know what they're doing. He's opening something. If you haven't already, make sure to watch my most recent video about Wicked Land potentially coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. I won't talk about it too much just because it's raining so much, and I've already talked about it. So go watch the other video if you've missed it. So I'm committed to this update. I want to go home, but I really don't at the same time because I haven't been to Universal in like 2 weeks. But I'm soaked. They've finally closed up the other side of the building, so we'll see some theming very soon on this side. Yeah, it's looking good. Wow, look. So that's the start of the ride. Going over here, up this little like airtime hill, and then you drop into the crazy element down there. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's so cool. All right guys, that wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was raining way too hard for me to do anything else in the park, so I'm definitely gonna have to come back. I'm JP, and how they say in the movies, that's a wrap. I'll see you guys in the next one.